Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at 3 new vinyl figures from the Ultra Hero series. All 3 are designated as EX. We have Ultraman Regulos, Ultimate Shining Ultraman Zero, and Andro Melos. So Ultraman Regulos is actually a brand new Ultra that's set to premiere in that Galaxy Fight Destined Crossroads that's coming up pretty soon. Obviously, we're pretty familiar with Ultraman Zero. And then Andro Melos is actually not even an Ultraman. He is from another Subaraya production. And I guess he's had some crossover with Ultra, so they just threw him in this line here. I think he's super fun, but we'll get into that in a minute. I just really like his design. I guess we'll start with Regulos. I think he looks pretty cool. I'm very excited to check out this new crossover movie because they're usually a lot of fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. He's got kind of like a hardened warrior look to him. Like he definitely seems like he's experienced. So I'll be very interested to see what his backstory is. Pretty simple design, but ultimately it's nice. I like his kind of bracers that he has here. It's kind of a bummer that the paint just kind of stops. I know it hits that halfway point, but there wasn't really much else they had to do. I mean, I guess technically it would have to continue all the way up, and they don't ever put paint on the back of these because they're relatively inexpensive. But for the most part, he looks good. I'm hoping we get an Ultra action figure of him. I feel like after that movie or show debuts, that they'll give us an Ultra action figure of him if he gets popular. But it's a vinyl doll, so you basically have the arm articulation and then the waist articulation, and that's about it. And again, not really any paint on the back. They did at least not cut the arm paint off, which is nice, because he's got these kind of like massive tattoos, which are actually kind of interesting. So I'm glad they didn't cut those off at the halfway point. But yeah, for the most part, he looks pretty cool. Next up, we have Ultimate Shining Ultraman Zero. I like this form a lot. Very, very cool. Again, you can see the gold kind of cuts off at the halfway point, which is kind of a bummer. At least with this, I would have liked it to go down and then cut off at about here. I feel like that would have made more sense. Because especially here, too, it just kind of cuts off. Now, I will say, I don't know what it is about this one. This one feels a lot softer than the others do, and I would say even softer than the usual amount of like toughness for these vinyl dolls. This guy feels really flimsy. I don't know if it's the kind of plastic he's made out of or what. This arm feels like the normal level of solidity for these figures, but then this one feels really gummy and soft, and so do the legs. So I don't know what that's about. It's really kind of strange. You could probably just even see like how much more pliable these seem. The legs, like this, you can tell the vinyl dolls are 2 separate pieces, you know, from the waist down is a solid piece, and up here is a solid piece. And up here feels fairly solid, but this definitely feels gummier and like more pliable, I guess is a good word to use. It's weird. I don't know why. Even the 2 arms, like this one feels very gummy, and then this one feels like what I'm used to with vinyl dolls. So I don't know, but that's the level of articulation. You can just, yeah, you can get this all the way around. You can get a full 360 out of that. But this one feels harder to move because it's a little gummier. And then the legs have the waist swivel there. So it's definitely a cool looking vinyl because I love the kind of lighter, more metallic blue, kind of a almost like, you know, grayish blue color there. I think that really works for the eyes, and then you have all the silver and the gold and the gray. It's a great color scheme. It's a very cool form. Also wouldn't mind getting an Ultra action figure of this one as well. I'll be honest, I'll take an Ultra action figure of all 3 of these guys because this little dude has definitely won me over. It's just, it's a little robot design. I don't know if he's a robot or he's a living being in a suit. I really don't know. I really don't care. He's great. I love him. It's just a super fun little design. I like him so much. The silver and the green work together perfectly. You get a little bit of gold and black to break it up. It really just pops. Again, no paint on the back, which is a bit of a bummer. But he's got arm movement that unfortunately is a little hindered by the way his kind of vest here works. You can kind of, you know, force it past if you want to. You might even be able to get a full 360 if you force it enough. I'm not going to. And then he's got the waist swivel as per usual. I don't know, I just love this guy. He's just, maybe because he's so different than how, like, Ultramen are almost always some combination of blue, silver, red, and this guy's just got some green on him, so he really pops with all the other guys, but he's cool. I just like him. I like him a lot. I have to track down what show he's from and see if I can watch that somewhere. Maybe Mill Creek will hook us up at one point, I don't know. Real quick, just to show off, here are the tags that they come with. As you can see, they all have EX. They don't have a number. So that's why I kind of grouped these 3 together. They're all EX vinyl dolls. But yeah, they're cool. I like them a lot. Definitely recommend them. Like I said, the only thing that throws me off a little bit is that Zero's a little bit gummier and more pliable plastic than I'm used to. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. Maybe you might have trouble standing. Seems to be okay right here, though. Now, I don't know long term, is it going to break down more so than the others? Only time will tell with that. I have no idea. But for the time being, still looks good. Nice paint applications where you get them. And they're really relatively inexpensive. They're all about $5 a piece before shipping. So that's why I like collecting these. I feel like this line is, you know, if you have a form you don't really love, but you still want kind of a representation or something like that, or you just want to collect all these because they're cheaper than Ultra Action figures, I get that too. I really like the Ultra Action figures just because they give you a little bit more, not really much more paint to be honest, but certainly much more articulation. But yeah, these guys are good, relatively inexpensive, so I definitely recommend checking them out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.